meteorologist Cameron Moreland.
Even though the calendar says March 13th, it felt more like May 13th, but it is going to cool down a bit for tomorrow. Highs will be mainly in the lower 50s. A quick turnaround in temperatures is expected once again for Sunday and Monday, back up into the 60s, especially on Monday. And then we will really start to cool down again as we head through next week. First 40s to around 50, and then we'll see some 30s by the time we get to next weekend. Of course, the big story today was the big warm-up continuing. Temperatures this afternoon running 10 to almost 20 degrees warmer than what we saw yesterday. Take a look at these high temperatures. 25 to 35 degrees above normal for this time of year. We saw our first 70s of the year here in northeast Wisconsin this afternoon. 70 in Wapaka, 70 in Berlin. We had 70 degrees in Watoma. Away from Lake Michigan, most spots were in the mid to upper 60s. Right now we are looking at mainly 60s across the NBC 26 viewing area, but that southerly wind is keeping it quite a bit colder near the shoreline of Lake Michigan. 38 degrees right along the water in Kewaunee. We're looking at 40s across the Door Peninsula. Meanwhile, still mid-60s up and down most of the Fox Valley. In Green Bay, it is 63 degrees. We now have partly to mostly cloudy conditions with southwest winds at around 11 miles per hour. 64 in Appleton, lots of sunshine and a southwest wind at 15 miles per hour. I showed you those showers up across western Lake Superior. That activity is going to stay to our north throughout the night, but it is associated with our next weather maker. It's an area of low pressure. It's going to swing a cold front through here later on this evening into tomorrow morning. Now, out ahead of that system today, a big warm-up, but behind it, a big cool down. Take a look at what was going on across central and northern Minnesota. While we were in the 60s and 70s, temperatures were only in the 30s and 40s, and that cooler weather is working in here. We're not going to be quite that cool tomorrow, but most spots will be running about 10 to 20 degrees cooler than what we saw today. We're going to see morning lows in the lower to mid 30s, and then for most of us, afternoon highs will be in the lower 50s. Increasing clouds this evening. We'll see mostly cloudy skies tomorrow morning, and then kind of a mixture of sun and clouds as we work our way into the afternoon. So tonight, look for those increasing clouds. Mid 30s for lows. That's way above normal for this time of year. Tomorrow, windy and cooler. Clouds early, then sun and clouds by the afternoon. High temperatures will be right around 51 degrees. Southwest winds will warm us back up to 60 on Sunday. We will see temperatures well up into the 60s again on Monday. As a cold front moves through, maybe a couple of showers. Behind the cold front, sharply colder for St. Patrick's Day. Highs only in the mid 40s. Back up to 50 on Wednesday, and then even a stronger cold front moves through Wednesday evening. Behind that, it's back to early March conditions with highs only in the 30s to around 40 degrees. But luckily, Cassandra, this time of year, cold air does not have a lot of staying power, and we're not going to be as cold as what we saw last week.
That sounds good. Even though it was a little bit of a tease, it was good.
Yes, it's a sign of things to coming.
Yeah,
You know, it gives us a little break.
It's a
hope.
It's a sign of
exactly.
hope for us. I like it. Well, thank you.